After the postponement of the 2020 Olympics, a 25-year-old discus thrower started chasing another goal, which led her to beating an American record.
When you throw a discus, it takes about 2 seconds. It's a combination of power, of grace, of strength. I like to think of it as a dance still. Okay. This is like the hardest part of this whole thing. Okay. Hi, I'm Valarie Allman, and I am the American record holder in the women's discus.
Valarie Allman has been throwing discus for 10 years. She started sophomore year of high school, but it's her dance background that she credits for her quick progression in the sport.
I had a weird knack for it. I think that all those years of learning choreography and spinning and doing pirouettes weirdly carried over to the discus. And it kind of just seemed like a good fit right from the start.
Multiple days every week, she trains hard in the gym.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guided by her coach, Sebulon Sion.
Ooh, that was easy 15. Cool, easy 15. Cool.
Their chemistry is undeniable.
So I'm responsible for every facet of her training. So that includes the strength training concepts. If we do any type of running, fitness-oriented things, plyometrics, and then also the actual throwing.
Ready to do it to it?
Let's do it.
How you doing?
I feel pretty good.
At only 25 years old, Valarie is considered a pro athlete. Her rigorous training is fueled by her desire to be a part of the next Olympics.
When I graduated college, I think that truly was like the biggest motivation to keep training. I missed the team in 2016 by 3 feet, and it was kind of in that moment that I realized that I really wanted to try again.
Give me one more like that.
Consistency, discipline, attention to detail.
Level. Turn the right side in.
So much better.
Valarie's focus didn't falter until she found out the 2020 Olympics had to be postponed.
It was pretty heartbreaking. Yeah. I mean, to feel like you put in so much to be prepared for it and to be healthy and do everything, right, to feel like you'd have a chance to make the team, and then for it to be postponed, I think it kind of just made you question everything, really.
You know, motivation to throw kind of was gone a bit for her for a while. Our goal was to, get fit, get strong, and and refine the technical model that she has to get to a point where we could be at our best if that opportunity would come.
There you go! Good start!
So I threw 70 meters and 15 centimeters, and the previous record was 69 meters and 17 centimeters.
The 3-foot difference that kept her from qualifying for the Olympics in 2016 is the difference she surpassed to become the first and only American woman to throw past 70 meters. She now holds the women's discus American record.
When they measured the throw and they read out the number and it started with a 7, I instantly burst into tears. I was absolutely shocked.
When you're throwing that type of distance, 3 feet is significant, So to break it by almost 3 feet was huge, actually.
Valarie says 70 meters is the ultimate barrier. In the past 20 years, only 2 other women in the world have thrown past 70 meters.
Nah. It's wild to think that it really just was a sliver of difference of giving up when we were on the brink of something incredible.
We could have called it, we could have been like, 2020 is a bust, let's move on. But the amount of, like I said, time, energy, effort, all the things, you know, to put in over 5 months of uncertainty, you know, and then, you know, for that to happen, I don't know if I could be more proud.
The same day of her record-breaking throw was the exact day she would have been competing in Tokyo had the Olympics continued. But with her dedication to improvement, Coach Sion believes there's a great future ahead of Valarie.
Feel good?
It does, yeah.
I
Feels like things are clicking.
Let's do another round, see if we can get another one.
I mean, I think the goal is just to throw farther and to keep throwing far more often. I mean, it's pretty simple.
Even more simple when you're having fun. In Austin, Texas, with photojournalist Drew Snadecki, I'm Elizabeth Ruiz reporting. A female discus thrower who set the American record last year is finally competing in the Tokyo Olympics. Her coach says they've put in the work. All that's left is the execution.
In big meets, your body is overflowing with adrenaline. You feel like all of your nerves are kind of tingling. When I walk into the ring, I'm always trying to think about 1 or 2 really simple thoughts. Hi, I'm Valarie Allman, and I'm going to be competing in the 2020 Tokyo Olympics.
Last time we talked with Valarie Allman, she broke the women's discus American record.
So this is the discus that I set the American record with, and it's my favorite. But when I'm at the Olympics, we have to use brand new implements, ones that haven't been competed with before, which have a different texture. They're much sleeker, much more slippery.
Intense strength training, balanced nutrition, and maturity brought her to this moment.
2020 ended up being a really impactful year. I mean, the pandemic provided a lot of hardship, but I think it also provided a lot of growth for me. So coming into 2021, I was really excited to build on that.
She says beating the record helped build her confidence. A year of uncertainty transformed into a productive year, helping her reach the pinnacle of her athletic career.
Having to be adaptable and adjust to so many unpredictable things, I think that organically has been great training to prepare for the Olympics.
She says none of it would have happened without her coach.
So the goal for today is come around out of the back, right foot's high, downhill, get the left down, right side in, chest back.
You have to bring the entire upper body plane back. Yeah, exactly. My name is Sion, and I've been coaching Valarie for 5 years now.
Coach Sion says Valarie stands out because of her dedication and discipline. She broke more discus records when qualifying for the Olympics.
Super excited about it. Yeah, she's my first Olympian. You know, we've been to global championships before, world championships 2 different times, and you know, competed against these very top people. But obviously, the Olympics has a different feel to it.
It is going to be so funky to have an empty stadium. I mean, when I've dreamed about this moment, I've hoped that my family would be there, and now to know that it's just going to be thousands of empty seats is so strange. It's so strange, but in a lot of ways I think it's kind of simplified in my brain, right? It's just making it feel like another competition.
Just another competition is exactly the mindset Coach Sion says he wants Valarie to have.
She needs to mentally think about everything the right way, not make it too grand in her brain, right? Like, keep it focused, keep it dialed in. The way we approach training here all year it doesn't change.
Valarie says she's ready for the mental game, even as the risk of contracting COVID hovers in the back of her mind.
Wearing a mask, trying to be safe and take precautions is vital at this point. If you get a positive test, you're out from competing.
The pandemic aside, years of hard work led to this point.
It's so simple, it's really just a concrete pad and a big open field that oftentimes people have their dogs and they're playing fetch.
Coach Sion says this place has some American record magic. Maybe it has some Olympic magic too.
But at the end of the day, it's not about winning. It's not about what color the medal is. It's at the end of the day, it's about executing. And I think if she does that, we'll be really happy.
Even though her family won't be at the games physically, Valarie says she hopes to make them and her country proud.
I mean, they've been such a major part of this whole journey that they'll absolutely be in my heart, and I can't wait to get back to the US after and see them and hopefully celebrate.
In Austin, Texas, I'm Elizabeth Ruiz reporting. An athlete we've followed since the Olympics were postponed is now a discus Olympic champion. Valarie Allman and her coach explain how their journey came full circle.
I'd never felt the weight of the pressure and the weight of expectation like I had in those days leading up to it.
Good.
Now looking back at it, it honestly kind of feels like a dream. So much work
Good.
went into preparing for that moment. I'm Valarie Allman, and I am the Olympic champion in women's discus.
The first time we interviewed Valarie Allman was after the 2020 Tokyo Olympics were postponed. She and coach Zebulon Sion reframed their goals for the year, leading Valarie to beat the American record in women's discus when she threw past 70 meters.
The pandemic provided me such an amazing opportunity and time, to mature, to grow. And I honestly don't know if I didn't have that, if the result would have been the same.
The second time we interviewed Valarie was right before the Olympic Games finally happened.
Okay, that one felt a lot better.
She qualified with throws that beat more American records.
Yeah, it was a lot better.
Coach Sion says everything leading up to that point was intentional.
We would spend a lot of hours, trying to get stronger, increasing power output, things that matter when you do an event that takes a second and a half. So easy, so light. Woo!
They found a gym that works well for muscle building and a generic throwing pad at a local high school.
It's not bad.
Coach Sion says her training was dialed in, simple, but with purpose. Her body was ready for elite competitions. The next challenge was overcoming the mental battle and maintaining composure through the world's most famous sports competition.
Every day at training, either before or at the end, or sometimes randomly, I just bring it up in the middle of training. I would have her tell me that she was capable of winning, that she deserved to win, and that she would win.
I feel so thankful to have been in this journey with Coach Sion. There's so many moments where doubt and uncertainty easily could have got the best of me.
Oh.
Might be a 3-3-3 day. But having someone that has been in it with me every step of the way has been so positive and conveyed a belief, right, of seeing things that he thought were capable long before I ever saw them in myself.
Coach says he knew when she beat the American record last year that she could go for the gold at the next Olympics.
She's so driven, it's incredible, and that allows her to make choices that are difficult to make, but they also yield the best result.
To me, the gold medal symbolizes dedication, sacrifice, the ability to dream.
She was capable of winning, she deserved to win, and she did win.
It came true. I did win. I can't believe it. I actually can't believe it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to do it right by you, you know what I mean? Make sure we're set up nice.
Now, in the middle of discus throwing season, they get back to work with more international competitions on the way.
Oh, that's dynamic.
With photojournalist Drew Snadecki, I'm Elizabeth Ruiz reporting.